We will now be examining the solution for assignment 3. Okay, so for assignment 3, you are asked to prompt the user to enter some marks. Okay, and based on the marks that the user enters, we will give the user the grade, okay, that the person got. Okay, and then we will print end of program. Okay, so that is basically assignment 3. Now let's get started here. Now we will first create a new file, and I will save it. Okay, save as. Go to my directory here. Okay, my assignment 3. Okay, now let's get started. So the first thing is we want to prompt the user to input the marks, correct? So let's do that first. So marks equals to input, enter your marks. Okay, and we also want to treat it as an integer, so we're going to do a casting at the same time over here. Okay, so now this first line captures the input from the user and does a casting to an integer. And now after that, what we're going to do is we're going to do some checks, correct, based on the marks to see whether it satisfies the range that we are looking for. So the first range is it must be bigger than or equal to 75 to get an A. So if marks greater than or equal to 75, then say print grade is A. Okay. Now then I have a few other checks, correct, for the B, C, D and so on. So for those checks, what I can do is from the if, I can extend it to have else if and so on. Okay, so I can have a else if here, else if marks greater than equals to 65, then print grade B. Now if you look back at the condition, you will see that the first condition was for mark greater than equal to 75 is A. Second condition must be greater than equal to 65 and less than 74, less than equal to 74. Okay, now we don't actually explicitly put that range here, but that range is actually implied because we are using a if-else-if statement. Okay, for if-else-if statements, what happens is it checks condition one by one. Okay, and then the moment one of the conditions is satisfied, it will fulfill the or execute the code for that condition and then exit the entire if-else check. Okay, so when if my marks is, let's say, greater than or equal to 75, I will automatically print this line and exit the entire if-else check here. Okay, but if let's say my marks is 69, this condition will not be satisfied. But when I come here, this condition will be satisfied. So I will print this line and I will exit immediately. Okay, so I will not go to the rest of the checks. So this condition actually implies that my marks is greater than or equal to 65 and lesser than 75. Okay, so that is actually what is happening here. Okay, now we're going to just carry on here. Else if marks greater than equals to 55, print grade C. Okay, so there's one more here. Else if marks greater than equals to 45, print grade equals to D, and the last one is else marks. So the last one, you just need to do a print to say that the grade is F. Okay, so let me explain the code again. The first if will be executed if the condition is satisfied, you execute this line and you will exit the entire if else check here. Okay, if this condition is not satisfied, I'll come and check the next condition and then the next condition. But the moment one condition has been satisfied, I'll skip the rest. Okay, so for example, if I key in 57, I'll come here and I'll see that this is not satisfied. I'll come here, it's not satisfied. I'll come here, it is satisfied. So when 57 satisfies this condition, it automatically implies that it is greater than equals to 55 and lesser than 65. Okay, so it's within that range. Okay, and the reason why it works is because I use a sequence of if, else if, else if, and else statements to perform this task here. Okay, and the last one is I just want to do one more print here to say okay, done. All right, so let's save this file here and let's run it. Okay, so let's key in maybe 79. Okay, so you can see that here I satisfy the first condition here. Okay, so since I satisfy the first condition, I get print out the A. Now let's try one more time. Let's say I key in 42. Okay, 42. It checks the first condition, doesn't satisfy. Second condition doesn't satisfy. Third condition doesn't satisfy. Fourth condition doesn't satisfy. So if all the other conditions are not satisfied, it comes to the else and prints F. So when I come to this line, it automatically implies that the marks was lesser than 45. Okay, so let's try one more time. Okay, so if I key in 63, I get C. Okay, why 63 is between the range of greater than equals to 55 and lesser than 65. Correct, greater than equal to 55 and lesser than 65. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, if I key in 99, grade A. Okay, so as you can see, using the if, else if, else if, and else sequence, you can actually satisfy the requirement, okay, to check, okay, for the range that is specified in the assignment. Of course, if you want to explicitly show this range or check for this range in the code, there is a way to do it, which I will be teaching you in the future lesson when we are talking about the way in which we can combine multiple checks together. Okay, so but for now, I hope this gives you a good idea on how to develop the code, okay, for this application here. All right, so thank you. I will see you soon for the next lesson. Bye.